Hello and welcome back to Season 1 of the Two Idiots baseball franchise. Let's see where we are with the Washington Nationals. Alright, so the Mets take the series. The first two games were competitive, and the third one, as you saw, was not. As we go down 1-5 against them in Game 3. But another series coming up here against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are 12-14 on the year, so they're playing under 500 ball. We are far below that at this moment, but we are getting close to another round of scouting. So let's sim Game 1 and see what happens. We take it 4-3.
Let's take a quick
see what
peek.
happens here. All right, so Joey Meneses with a home run. Stephen Kwan pulling a triple and two doubles by Michael Chavis and Riley Adams, respectively. Meneses going 2 for 4 on the day. Chavis going 2 for 4. We've got 6 base on balls by our guys here. Some excellent discipline, but then 8 strikeouts to go with it. So kind of a mixed bag.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, Chad Kuhl with 6 innings pitched and only 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. I'll take that line. That's a good day at the office. And Paolo Espino will be credited with the win after 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, and only 1 earned run.
It's nice to see us pull that out in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, with only 2 pitchers as well. So something big in the bottom of the ninth gave us 3 runs. We were behind for almost half the game. Yeah, in the 5th, they took the lead. Wow.
It's nice work.
Well, whatever happened in the 9th, I'll take it. Let's use a little bit more of that magic.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can keep the streak alive.
Yeah, Mackenzie Gore pitching in Game 2. Go back, see what happened. Oh, we dropped the game 2-6.
Let's see what happened here.
Gore is going to be credited with that loss. A home run from Heimer Candelario. Triple by C.J. Abrams and a double by Meneses and Ruiz. Get a lot of hits here. We pulled in 11. We actually out-hit the Pittsburgh Pirates, but wow, their second inning where they pulled in 4, I got to imagine that was probably a multiple RBI home run.
More than likely.
Yeah, because we only struck out 4 times and had 11 hits. We had a good day on offense, but wow, yeah, Gore giving up the 5. And then Anthony Banda kind of making up for it, going 5 innings, going more than the starter. With only 3 hits allowed and 1 earned run, can't ask for much more than that.
5 strikeouts ain't too shabby, 1 per inning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so today is another day for scouting. All right, so we're going to take a look at Week 5 of scouting. So we've got more progress here on Herbert McCann. At only 35 interest, he's not extremely motivated to join us, and with a bonus of demand of $2.1 million, that would be easy for us to do. He's got velocity, he's got pitch break, and a high potential for that as well. He's got good to great stamina. The hits per 9 are a little low, walks per 9 as well, but if he reaches the high end of those future numbers, then we're looking at a really, really solid pick.
Oh, yeah, I mean, other than his hits per 9, even projected being a little middle of the road, the rest of his numbers, projected futures are pretty good. Nice to see a good starting pitcher prospect, since we don't really have any big pitching prospects. But yeah, only 50% scouted though. That's kind of sucks because we don't know how much those numbers are going to change.
Yeah, with him being 18, that spread is still rather large.
It is. We have to see those numbers tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rest of the prospects we've looked at, there's really not been a really solid big numbers, and he's 39 on our board. When we're scouting him. So, are we going to leave the scout on him for another week?
I don't know that we do. Right now, he would be a number 2 pick, if anything. Yeah. We've got several guys that we did also look at, but what I'd like to do on Week 5 of scouting as we near the halfway point is kind of pick out our somewhat temporary picks in the order that we would get them. So I'd like to pick out at least our 1, 2, 3. picks and see if we can, based on who we scouted, determine who our picks would be in those spots. So let's view prospect list and then go to scouted.
I just scouted
Yes.
recently, or
No.
Oh,
it doesn't do it by then, I
No.
guess. Okay. Well, recently scouted is going to show we just had more pitchers get thrown up here because our scout in the second slot, scout number 2, just did starting pitchers international.
we have this fella here's on our board at number 4.
Will Giles.
The lefty.
Or Giles, not sure.
Giles. Could be Giles.
Could be Giles. Let's say Giles. Let's just go ahead and call it.
Yeah. If your name was Giles, it is now Giles, Will. We have spoken.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we rule the fucking show here, so.
Immediately alarmed by his home runs per 9.
Yep. Yeah.
Now he's got a great spread for just about everything else.
But yeah, that the home run per 9 is a little scary.
Yeah.
Right now it's bad, and these protected futures aren't much better.
Not much. No.
Still, that's pretty.
I mean, if he's on the lower end, it's still okay numbers, but for a first round pick,
no.
Man, I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
30% scouted. They shouldn't move a terrible amount.
You got here David
Nunez. Our draft rank number 5. And that looks a little better.
His current ones aren't too shabby. When you look at his future projected, they're actually pretty decent.
Yeah, now he's not going to be a velocity or break pitcher or really control. So I don't know how he's going to achieve a low strikeout, or rather a decent strikeout rate and low walks per 9. I don't know how he does that without velocity, break, or control.
I mean, his protected break being, well above average. I mean, he's going to have definitely some good break, but yeah, I mean, his pitch control being middle of the road. Still someone else that I don't know if I want to be for our number 1 pick.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Kevin Loftus.
Relief pitcher from Kentucky with a great hit per 9.
Yeah.
Even at present.
Yeah, his present hit per 9 is really good. Even his strikeouts per 9 is not too bad presently, but his future protect is pretty good. Still, another guy I want to take first.
Yeah, that could be a good reliever, but draft rank 11 for us?
No.
I just don't see it. All right, so let's get out of recently scouted then, because these are all new guys, so we don't have much information on any of those guys. Go to a draft based on rank for us. So, yeah, recommended draft prospects, and we'll see who we've got. We do have the number 2 pick. So we said we don't want to do a closer, so let's keep going. Johnny Jackson. We don't have almost anything on this guy. 21-year-old center fielder with dog shit numbers. No.
All defense.
Yeah.
The guy can't hit for fucking shit.
Well, it's decent.
Well, yeah, middle.
I mean,
I guess
below to below average.
When you look at the potential, and then you look at his stats, it's like a little underwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And there's
Will.
There's little Willie, and there's David.
Now David Nunez, we looked at, and he's got 59% interest, but yeah, I don't think his numbers give us that number 1 spot. I don't think so.
No. Another reliever, Oswaldo Escobar.
Yeah, not for number 1. Sorry, bud.
No, closing pitcher. Not looking for a closer.
I'm looking for a starting pitcher. Richard Griffith. I think this was our guy.
Yeah, this is what we've been looking at. And we got him 92% scouted.
Yes.
52% interest in a huge bonus demand's a little rough.
But as our number 1 pick, that's kind of to be expected. We've got $13 million to play with as a bonus allotment. So if we sign Richard Griffith at $7.9 million for his bonus demand, then we've still got $5 million to play with. And to pick up everybody else, I would really only expect our number 2 guy to have also a higher bonus demand. So we could see, but Also, if we do get some more interest percentage on this guy, then maybe that bonus demand goes down. You never know.
Yeah. We're still pending the doctor exam. He's
Yeah.
20 years old, so his numbers are pretty tight together. I mean,
Hmm.
his hits, walks, and home runs per nine. I mean, future protected is average. So I mean, it's not like he's going to be an all-star. Strikeout being as high as it is nice to see. That's a potential number one pick
Yeah. I
because
think right now,
we
Richard Griffith, I'll put him down as the potential.
yeah, we got Alan Hansen, another starting pitcher. His numbers are also all over the place. Yeah, his velocity and pitch break, even project his numbers are
Mm.
yeah, they're nothing to get. I'm not taking that guy on day
Yeah, and
one
then
either.
he'll walk a lot as well,
Yeah,
from what it looks like. Yeah.
more relievers, a lot of pitchers.
Yep.
Starting
Antonio
pitcher.
Dominguez. I don't remember if we've looked at this guy or not.
The
Not
lefty.
specifically, at least, but wow. Now
Yeah,
he's 21 years old, so his overall and potential is somewhat of a tight grouping here. And it looks like the only detractors I could see for him could be the control and the home runs per nine. But if we're on the top end of his present and or future numbers, then he could be really good.
yeah. I don't think there's. I mean, the worst thing is he's not our number one, but he's not going to be there for number two unless something really happens in the
Yeah,
next
most
few
likely
weeks.
not.
But I mean, he wanted to kind of put an earmark beside just in case. Who is our Richard Griffiths? In case some reason he gets drafted number one, strangely enough, because he is two on the board. So
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
could absolutely be taken as number one.
so Richard Griffith and shit. Who are we just looking at? Dominguez.
Antonio
Yeah,
Dominguez, yeah.
yeah. So there's two potential number ones. Will Taylor's a catcher, 18 years old.
Oh,
Look at those defensive numbers. Jeez.
yeah, but look at the noodle arms, no power.
No.
I mean, if we pull him as a contact hitter and he potentially has great vision and discipline, the fielding looks awesome. He's not speedy, but I mean, he could be a good pull for catcher. We've only got him 5% scouted, so there's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
a lot of variance that could happen
Yeah.
with further scouting. But at 18, his range is going to be very wide also.
Yeah. The defense numbers are nice to see. Yeah. If he had a little bit more power, he'd definitely be higher ranked on my board. I mean, outside of the team board, I mean, those defensive numbers are huge.
Yeah.
So we got Barry Santos, another starting pitcher.
Wow.
This guy's got some decent.
Great potential.
Yeah.
Now we're only 10% scouted on him, so we don't really know anything about him, but
Yeah.
his numbers look like they could be good. This is somebody that I'd be considering scouting more of specifically. He's currently draft rank 15 for us, but 29 on the big board. So if we scout this guy and nobody else does, and he does improve on our board,
Yeah.
he could be edging out Richard Griffith for number one, depending on how those numbers pull, or if he's still around for number two, then that could be very solid.
So you want to do a? Do you want to do a full scout on him? What do we got here?
I think so, because I'm comfortable right now with Richard Griffith being our first pick tentatively. But we do need to have a backup because he is number two on the big board.
Yeah. What do you got here? Another
Catcher.
catcher, Derek Yancey, 18, high potential.
Oh, power catcher.
Wow, big time slug.
Yeah, his future numbers all look pretty good, but especially for the power. Arm strength
His
and
fielding is a
accuracy.
little low for G protection, but his arm strength and accuracy is nice to see.
Yeah.
Decent. I mean, he's average for blocking, so it's not bad. But yeah, that power is nice to see.
Wow.
That could be a. I mean, we got Kiebert for like many years.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
true.
mean,
I'm not as worried about catcher. It is, for me, an extremely important position, but I'm very comfortable with Kabert.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a scout on Barry Santos.
I think on Barry Santos. I'd like to know more about him.
This young fellow here, Pedro Gonzalez, the third baseman.
Yeah.
First thing is, our second pick at 39, we haven't found anyone really.
What about Ryan Fernandez? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, this kid.
He's 20 on the big board, 17 for us, but wow. Contact with vision and discipline, arm strength, and accuracy.
His power is pretty underwhelming, but geez.
Yeah,
I mean, that arm strength potential is nice to see it for a third baseman. And
yeah.
accuracy.
And accuracy, yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Reaction's not bad either.
No.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
Pedro
Me
Gonzalez.
too. Too bad he's 17 and 20
Yeah.
on the board. That's. But. So.
Now he'd be third base international, which we did have our second scout do on week 3. So that's how we found this guy, and he moved
Yeah.
up to our board with only 15% scouted.
Yeah. Did you say you wanted to see Ryan Fernandez? Look at this.
Yes, I do want to see him as well.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
Oh my.
18 years old with a 99 potential. He's a lefty. And wow, look at those numbers.
Yeah.
I want to know more about Ryan Fernandez as well.
I'd like to see him drop on the MLB board so we could potentially steal this kid at number 2, but only 5% scouted. So we're doing a scout on this feller. Jeez.
All right, so scout number 1. Let me write this down.
Yeah, scout number 1, Ryan Fernandez.
All right.
Okay.
Scout number 2. Let's take a look at that third baseman. So if you prospect list again and go over to the right, and we'll see him. I don't remember what his name was off the top of my head, but I want to see it. Barry Santos. Maybe he wasn't a third baseman.
Pedro Gonzalez is third base.
No. Keep going. You're going the wrong way. You got to go left.
Did I pass him?
Yeah. Barry. Yeah. Barry Santos.
Oh, it's a starting pitcher.
Starting pitcher.
You said third baseman.
I was mistaken. Yep.
Okay. So this is one we wanted to look at too, right? Yeah, because this.
Yeah, look at all those great numbers.
Yeah.
I definitely want to know more about him, and he's 21 as well, so that should be right around in there.
Yep.
Extremely high potential. So scout number 2 is Barry
Santos.
Starting pitcher. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. Now scout number 3 looked at relievers, and currently on our board, I don't know who we've got as our second pick yet. But we've got a few guys that we're looking into now. I don't know.
He's a top 100, just ranked by MLB.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the recently scouted for relievers, because obviously our bullpen is a huge problem.
Relievers?
Yep. On the right trigger. You can change it to relief pitchers.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
There we go. That makes it easier.
It does, yeah. So
Yeah.
Kevin Loftus with 46% interest, a $2 million demand, but high hits per 9 and strikeouts and walks. Everything looks pretty good for him.
Even his home runs per 9, I mean, projected is average, so.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't got major velocity. His break is basically above average. I mean, he's some decent numbers.
But he does
He's
well.
A solid pitcher.
Could be somebody right there. Doug James. Wow, look at all those numbers.
Yeah. As a reliever, we don't worry about stamina, but the rest of those numbers are...
His present numbers even.
Yeah.
If it's in the middle of that right there, then he's already got great numbers. Wow.
Yeah.
This is somebody that I would take at number 2, despite being a relief pitcher. I don't like to pull him that high, but if we could get somebody this solid.
Plus, at that age, too.
Yeah.
Some development time down the minors.
Yeah. Now, we do need more than 25% scouting progress before we put him anywhere on the board.
Yeah.
But even so, his draft rank is 22, so that's another one that, in all likelihood won't be there for number 2.
Not unless the scouting numbers change and he drops a little bit.
Yeah. Dang.
So we got Robbie Napier.
Okay.
18 years old as well.
He's got great potential.
Yeah, those numbers are good all around.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not got
Wow.
major break or major velocity, but he's above average and average. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I got no problems with those numbers either. Only
So we got a couple
25%,
guys.
25% scouted.
Yeah.
So,
Now, if we leave our third scout, he has now for 2 weeks in a row looked at relief pitchers in the Central region. So we got more progress on those guys because we liked what we saw the first week he did it.
yeah.
Do we leave him continuing, or do you try to do you want to scout one of those two specifically and then get the next one the following week?
You're
Because we can get
talking
a whole lot more progress.
on one versus on many.
Yeah. So we were looking at who was it? Doug James or Loftus? I don't remember. He was good, right? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we looked at all three of these, and all their numbers are. Look at Doug
James
James.
is
Yeah.
James is I think the one that I'd like to look at first. His draft rank is 22, so again, real high danger of not having him there. But if he is, that's somebody I would pull the trigger on, I think.
Do you want to do a scout on Doug then for the week? Pick three potentials to scout for the week, or do you want to do a blanket again?
I think Doug James.
Okay.
I think his overall and his potential are tighter. He's also 18, so I gotta know more. With his huge potential numbers, we've got to know more about this guy.
All right.
All right. So that'll do it for week 5 of scouting. We've got Ryan Fernandez, starting pitcher, Barry Santos, starting pitcher, and Doug James, relief pitcher. Clearly a trend here of us looking for bullpen help.